In this video, you'll watch Essie and Naomi work with their instructor to do a brainstorming activity. Oftentimes, the most anxiety-producing part of writing a speech is actually starting. And so, take out a piece of paper and a pencil and listen to the questions and write down your responses along with Naomi and Essie.
Hi, my name is Naomi Wente.
And I'm Essie Johnson.
And we're public speaking students.
And we approve this message.
And well, sometimes we have problems starting our speech.
Sometimes I get really nervous because I don't even know where to begin.
And so we need to admit that we need help.
Yeah, from a teacher or a speech coach.
So, let's check it out.
Come on in!
Hello.
Hey, Naomi.
Hey.
Hey, Essie.
Hi. We need some, well, she needs some help.
Hey, come on in. Sit down. Okay, so what's up?
We're having a tough time with our speech writing.
Yeah, we don't really know where to begin. Well, she doesn't know where to begin.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you tried brainstorming?
Not really.
What do you mean?
Okay. Well, the first thing we're going to do is try to figure out what types of topics would work for you. Do you know what topic you want? Do you have a topic? No. Okay, so good. We'll start with brainstorming. So why don't you take out a piece of paper and a pencil. And I'm going to ask you to...
Do you need one?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we give a piece of paper too. Okay, now what I want you to do is just answer these questions, and anything that comes to your mind, I just want you to do. Okay? Now, what's the goal of brainstorming? Do you remember?
To start?
Okay. And is the idea quality or quantity?
Quality.
No.
Quantity.
Quantity, right.
Okay.
So the idea is the more, the better. And no matter what comes out, I want you just to write it down, and if you can't think of an answer, just keep jotting it down. Okay?
Okay.
So if I ask you a question, just write something down that comes to your mind. If it's lumpy mashed potatoes, just put it down. So whatever it is, just go ahead and put it down. Okay? So first of all, I want you to go ahead and I want you to put down what's the best place you've ever visited. You can just number like 1 to 20, but as you go, just number. Okay, you have to go fast. Next thing, number 2. If you weren't here, where would you be? Number 3, who is your best friend? Number 4, in 2nd or 3rd grade, who did you hate the most? What were you afraid of when you were a little kid? What's your favorite music? List at least 3 songs you like. What's one thing you do really well? What's something that the person next to you does better than you? If you were a flower, what kind of flower would you be? If you're an animal, what would you be? If you were a cartoon character, who would you be? You can't cheat, Naomi. If you don't know, just keep going. What is one object you could not live without? Maybe list 3 if there's several. What's the most stupid thing you've ever done? Which of the 4 elements are you most like? Water, earth, fire, or air? I think those are the 4 elements. Look in your purse. What's one object that best represents you? You have with you. Just gonna look. Name 3 heroes that you see either in our society, your personal life, or on TV, even if they're fictitious. Who do you really respect in your life? Just keep going if you don't know. Some of these are harder. What's something that makes you very angry? If you could have one object in the world, what would it be? And it can't be world peace, because it's not an object. What number are we at?
19.
Oh wow, one more.
Sweet.
What's one thing you wish you knew how to do? Now what we've done is a brainstorming activity that works for your first speech, which is your introduction speech, and we could do the same thing in any other speech. What I'm finding though is that probably, did you take time to do this on your own at all? Did you have time today, the last couple days, to work on this?
Really?
No, I don't either usually. And you can sit there and brainstorm in your head and think of ideas. This is what happens. Does this happen to you guys? Sometimes I'll say, hey, I have an idea. Why don't I give my first speech about, I'm like, no, I think that's dumb. Why don't I give my speech about, and I'll be like, no, that's stupid. What about, and you just kind of keep saying, here's an idea, and it's a bad idea. Well, I find that oftentimes I think I'm thinking about my speech because those are the thoughts I'm having. I'm thinking about, why don't I talk about my religion? No, that's too personal and I'll offend somebody. Why don't I talk about my parents? That's too boring because I don't want people to think I'm the homebody. What if I talk about some talents? Well, they'll think I'm arrogant. And I just keep coming up with ideas. What's the problem with that if I do it that way?
You don't get started. You just keep, you eventually have nothing.
And how do you feel about yourself when you come up with those ideas that way?
Like you can't think of anything.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're just already saying no to everything as it comes up. If you give yourself this good 5 minutes, and even if it takes a period of time to do this, just list all of these ideas with the questions either I generate in class or in a session like this, and I'm willing to do this for every speech, and or do it to each other or whatever. What I find is just sitting down and taking the time to take time is the best advice, to just sit there and think of all the possibilities. So this is just one type of brainstorming, and it's just answering a series of questions, but there's other ways to do it as well.
Thank you for helping us.